Hi, good day to you, Leo. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Meenakshi here. I'm just going to pull out a few runes for you. Just making a little bit of noise. My apologies for the noise. This is just a general reading for you guys for your sun sign, Leo. And if the reading's not resonating with you, Leo, kindly look at your moon, your Venus, or your rising signs. And for those of you that are already cross-reading, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. It's really wonderful. I see that a lot of you are going through almost like an end of a cycle, like something has completed for you. There is changes that is going through your situations. It's almost as though you're reaping a harvest. Things are just improving for you on such a magnificent scale, but also you needing to accept and understand that change is the part of life, that you do need to change. Some of you might be feeling very stressed out by the changes. Some of you might be feeling as though you are being tested. Others are facing a bit of obstacles with regards to this, but you need to understand that in order to see the security, the success, or the wealth, or the maturity that you need in your situations, you need to go through these testing times to get to the other side. And some of you should also be aware that there could be situations of pregnancy or something new coming into your situation, so you should be very much aware of that. Okay, just checking my timer there. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles. Let's see. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. You've got the Lovers, Gemini energy. You have got the Knight of Cups. You have got the 5 of Cups. You have got the King of Cups. Let's try this. Ace of Swords. The Moon, Pisces energy. We are seeing 4 of Swords. And we are seeing Judgment. Very, very lovely cards came up here. But what are we seeing here? What are we seeing? What's going on here for you, Leo? Some of you could be in a situation, it's a love relationship, where some of you are also seeing changes within your love relationship. Some of you have been in this relationship where there has been a lot of generosity within this relationship. Others can also say that there has been a lot of it could be time, it could be money, it could be effort, but it has been a very productive relationship for you. Some of you may be involved with a Gemini person, or maybe through this relationship was very much sort of like a choice, like a decision that you made for yourself and saying to yourself that this is what I want for myself and this is where I want to be. Some of you should also be very mindful that you may have been dealing with somebody who was very fickle in their love and in their affection. The intention was there, but maybe they weren't as focused, and you may be realizing that there has been this little bit of grief and loss in the situation, a little bit of disappointment. Things have been a bit challenging for some of you, but you also need to realize that you do need to allow yourself to be very diplomatic and very wise in dealing with things, and as you are moving forward with the choices that you are needing to make, you should also be very mindful with the words and with the way that you are expressing yourself, and what is it that you are needing to get said to people. What is it that how is it that you need to be? What is it that you need to do? You should be very mindful of this energy as well. You should be mindful of yourself when it comes to these things. How are you reacting to things? How are you coping with things? What is your focus when it comes to all of this changes that are happening in your life? So you need to be very mindful of yourself in your situations. It's important that you do realize that it's important that you create the sense of compassion for yourself and also understanding with other people. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces person. It's important that this situation, this relationship, if there's a Pisces person, that there is a lot of clarity between yourselves, a lot of understanding, but also being very clear in terms of, operating from a place of love. Now, knowing that, this is the best way forward for yourself. Take a time out, Leo, to um, be have some rest and be able to have some clear thinking with yourself with regards to your situation, allowing yourself to maybe recuperate or self protect with regards to things. Observe what is going on. Whether or not you have a Pisces or Gemini person in your space, you are realizing this new energy of how it is that you need to look at things and how is it that you need to focus going forward for yourself and for others. And also recognizing wherever things are not working out and wherever there is this breakdown or loss in communication or loss in understanding in a relationship or situationship, being wise to that. But taking this time out, not to blame anybody else for your situation, but to self evaluate, to look within yourself, to have this awakening for yourself, and realize that you need to have your own reckoning, and you need to be able to take this information and be able to move forward for yourself. So be mindful of your choices, be mindful of not getting caught up in illusion or wishful thinking, but be very clear with yourself and with those around you. Let's draw some more cards and see what more does the tarot have to say for you in your situation, Pisces. Oh, am I saying Pisces? Why am I saying Pisces? It's because of this Pisces Leo. So if you could be, some of you's got this Pisces person in your space. So let's see. High Priestess, Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Four of Cups. We had Five of Cups earlier. Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles again, Queen of Wands, Chariot. So we see Cancer energy here. We're seeing also Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. So you could have other people with this energies around, or could just be in your chart as well. So Leo, this is, there's a lot of thoughts, ideas, even maybe some of you wanting to connect to your higher self, some of you having this inner voice that is trying to guide you, especially when it comes to love situations. So it's like you have this intuition about things, this realization about things, this understanding about things, and you're needing to be very aware of yourself in these situations and how you are responding or reacting to these situations. Some of you could be having a person who's younger than yourself that you are involved in or involved with, or you yourself could be the younger person in this love situation. But you are needing to be aware and realize and have this realistic energy that you can't be too naive about things and be caught up in this innocence and having your head in the clouds, especially when it comes to a financial situation, especially when it comes to inheritance or legacies or financial family financial profitability. You need to be very mindful as well that you should not assume any legacy or roots. You need to, or even like an inheritance of some kind. Some of you are expecting this traditional stability to continue. However, you do have the Hanging Man here, and this is indicating to me that you need to be very mindful of the way that you are looking at situations. You may not be looking at things in the correct manner. You might be needing to realize that even though you are feeling as though you are waiting for what you think you deserve or what is yours, some of you might be feeling as though you have made the sacrifices. You are operating from a space of a lack of direction with regards to how you are perceiving things, and therefore you have this apathy and this boredom with life and not seeing what is actually offered to you in your situations, not looking at the most obvious right in front of you and you taking things for granted. It's important that you realize that you are carrying this energy of um, just being bored or indifferent. And even in some cases, some of you could be feeling very um, intolerant about situations that are that are going on within your personal space. However, you need to be very mindful as well that you need to be clear about your boundaries as well. And you also need to realize that no matter how much of drama is going on in your situation, no matter how much of whatever you have to deal with, you need to keep persevering. You know, this journey is not over. You need to push yourself a little forward. You need to find this momentum because there is a reward for you, either time, effort, but there's some kind of a generosity that seems to be coming towards some of you. You know, some of you could be having this financial generosity, maybe from somebody who's a fire sign, or maybe you are having this generosity, could be in time, could be effort, could be sharing, could be receiving gifts, could be financial, but there is definitely this reward that is coming towards you, and you need to be very mindful of this reward that is coming towards you. Some of you as well could be dealing, like I said, with a fire energy person, or you know, and it could be you getting this reward from this fire energy person, or it could be very much a case of you needing to be realizing that you need to be very self-confident, that you needing to be very charismatic within your situations and have this passionate determination to move forward. The chariot energy, you could have a cancer person in your space, or you could be having somebody, you know, that where you're needing to move forward. Some of you could be considering taking a trip. Some of you could be considering buying a car. Some of you could have just bought a car. But, you know, some of you also needing to just realize that this is very much a case of you needing to realize that you need to allow yourself this forward movement in your life. You need to allow yourself to have these ambitions and the self-control and this focus and this passionate energy with the self-discipline in order for you to move forward, not taking things for granted, not just assuming, you know what, I'm just going to get my legacy gift, I'm just going to get my inheritance, and you know that is it. Because it's some of you, it's like you're waiting forever for having this collective good, and you're just hanging around and then not taking cognizance of the bounty in your life already so that you can move forward. So let's draw some more cards here for you, Leo. Okay. Let's see what more. Oopsie. Leo. Let's see, what is this here? There's a Two of Swords. There's the King of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. Got the Empress in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Leo, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands, and you have got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there seems to be a lot of drama that's going on within your situation at the moment. Leo, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, seems kind of like some intense drama that's going on. There's a lot of noise happening around you, a lot of conflicting information that you are getting that is happening around you. You need to take a moment to pause, you know, to not listen to all the noise, but take a moment of silence within yourself as you contemplate your choices that you have. You could be facing some very difficult issues, and this is why you're feeling so confused. You could be feeling very stuck in your situation. Some of you could also be in a state of denial about what is actually going on within your situation. It's important that you could have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person in your space, but it's also very important that you realize that you need to bring in this energy of earthiness, of, you know, feeling safe and kind. Some of you could be seeking some patriarchal support. Some of you could be feeling as though there has to be some ambition and security for you, and you're feeling a bit insecure. But this is what you are so confused about, this because this It's almost as though somebody had promised you this safety, this security, this abundance, and you are kind of confused about it right now. You're kind of confused about the promises that have been made. You could be confused about, what was your expectations, what you thought was supposed to happen, and maybe this is not happening the way it is because you had this idea in your head of how things were going to be, and that is what you were moving towards. However, you are now feeling as though you've got a lot of insecurity. You may be feeling as though others are overbearing, or you yourself is becoming very overbearing, very negligent. You could be even smothering those around you because you are feeling as though you have this lack of progress, you are having this lack of growth in your situation, and you need to be mindful whether it's yourself or whether it's somebody else. But take cognizance of what is going on and take a responsibility for yourself in the situation, Leo. Is it you? Is it somebody else? Are you the one who's having expectations of other people? Are you the one who's also feeling as though you have a lack of um, teamwork in your situation, as though you must probably feeling as though you have very little or no motivation to succeed right now? You could be feeling as though there's a lot of conflict in your situation, and this it's almost as though it's like you can't seem to process what is going on around you. You are some of you could have been very beholden upon someone else, and now that it's like they're not around you, or they must probably left you to have to stand on your own 2 feet type of a situation. It's like they left you stranded, and that's how you're seeing it, and you are trying to stay afloat, and you don't know what it is that you need to do. You need to be very mindful that you, either yourself or someone else, could be very manipulative in the situation. There's been a lot of wasted effort and talent. You yourself could have wasted your own talents. You could have been caught up with illusion and deception and having this attitude of entitlement, because now I'm actually getting a sense of nobody's picking up the bills anymore. There's somebody's drawn a line in the sand, and you were not prepared for this. For some reason, you were not prepared to be in the situation. Somebody who was supposed to take care of you is not wanting to take care of you, and this is kind of leaving somebody like feeling very stranded, very neglected, and really out of sorts. You need to be very mindful as well. There's a lot of gossiping. Could be yourself, could be other people. There's a lot of isolation here. You're feeling very lonely in your situations. There's a lot of imbalance for you. You're needing to be mindful of, did you create this, or was the situation there? Was the situation something that you could have prevented from happening? Was it something that you did that created all of this drama? Were you part of this? Were you part of the collective that created this drama? You need to be very mindful of all of that. Did you do this to yourself? There's also almost like I can say here this energy of feeling as though there is a lack of cooperation. There is this lack of teamwork. There is this lack of you even enjoying your life and your situations. Things are not as you had hoped it would be. So you need to look at, why are you getting to the space where you are feeling like this, where you are feeling as though there is no support for you, as though you're feeling as though there's this energy of making you feel unwelcome. So you need to look at what's going on. This could be a lack of foundation for some of you, a lack of rooting. You could have put yourself in a situation where you didn't create good roots for yourself, and now you didn't make a stable foundation, and now everything is really quite difficult for you. Some of you need to be very mindful as well that you or someone else, you could be becoming very arrogant and impatient with others. There could be a lack of self-control in your situations. You need to also be careful of not becoming a passive aggressive in your situations, being very mindful in your situations, and also realize that by the way you are thinking about things, the way everything is going, you're creating a lot of delays in your situation. There are a lot of blocks in your situation. Most of you are just hesitant, and you are in a stage of, this energy is just not flowing for you at the moment. So Leo, it's a very, it's just like you can either run away from this, or you can take a moment to sit down and take a good look at what's going on here, and look at where you become too dependent on someone else, where you have expected some kind of support from someone else, and this person is not actually coming to the party. Take a good look at the choices that you've made. Take a good look at the steps that you've taken that has brought you here, and start tomorrow afresh and make better choices for yourself. Okay. So Leo, I hope you guys got some clarity out of this reading, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care and goodbye.